So how do you buy a business using an SBA loan? Hey guys, so we're working lately on a lot of deals alongside SBA lenders, and we work with some of the biggest lenders in the US right now. Now, if you don't know, an SBA loan is basically a small business administration loan, a government-backed loan that really allows a lot of entrepreneurs nowadays to buy businesses. The government really provides a lot of capital, so I think it's just an easy and quick way to get access to capital. And if you can get access to it, then why not? Then you only need a small percentage of equity to close those deals, and I'll talk to you a bit more what that looks like and kind of like some of the things that I've been seeing lately on some of those deals alongside SBA. So I'll add another thing. Most people think that they can only use SBA for a deal up to 5 million, but let me show you an example on a deal on what it looked like on a 10 million deal, right? So it was an IT business, and the structure was basically 5 million SBA, 3 million was conventional loan. The buyer put 1 million, and the seller basically financed 1 million. So in this case, it's pretty cool. It's a $10 million deal, but 8 million of that was unsecured, right? And this is a 10 million deal. So that's kind of like how a SBA loan can work alongside a bigger deal. Now, don't get me wrong, it's got to be the right buyer. You got to be able to sell yourself. You got to learn or plan a process on how to operate the business and what to do after the loan to convince yourself when you're talking to those lenders that you are credible and you're actually worthy of running a business like that. Now, with SBA, you won't get non-recourse debt. I mean, you'll usually get asked to personal guarantee the loan, and it's only for US citizens / people with a green card, which means that I can personally use it, but we are using partners in the US to do those deals with. So let me share with you a few things that I've seen that are super important for you to be able to get an SBA loan. So first one, like there's gotta be some transferable experience or understanding of business. So it doesn't matter if you worked at a job or you worked at a company or you had your own business. When you're talking to a lender, you gotta present yourself as someone that is credible, that can run a business like the one you're trying to buy. Now, we did a lot of deals with people who had no experience in business whatsoever, so you're probably asking how that's gonna work. Well, there's few ways you can achieve that. First of all is key employees. So the employees got to be aware of the sale. So when you talk to the SBA lender, they'll want to make sure that the employees are aware of the sale, and especially key employees and executives are aware that there's going to be a transaction and they're going to stay. Then the seller got to stay. So there's got to be some incentive or alignment with the seller for him to stay towards the transition period. So the lender feels comfortable about basically lending to the buyer because he knows that the seller will be there to help him. So anything you can provide, like working contracts with employees for the next 12 months or consulting agreements with the owner or whatever you can do to show that, hey, look, in the end of the day, there's a team here that can work with me or without me, can really, really be helpful for you. Number two is, and again, that's an ideal scenario, but most lenders don't really want to see turnaround deals, right? They want to see something profitable. So unless you really have experience in an existing business or, like I said, experience in the sector, they will not want to see someone who's turning around distressed businesses. They want to see good businesses, profitable businesses. Number three is you got to have good financial potential for the deal, right? So the lender will want to see the financial. They want to see what's your forecast. If you have a plan or executive summary or something to show that you know what you're going to do with the business and you know and have a plan on what the business is going to look like financially, operationally, culturally, everything you can do to introduce certainty to the lender will help. Next thing is credit. And again, we've been doing deals with people with no credit whatsoever, and there are ways to overcome that, like bringing partners and whatnot, or bringing the right investors. Like if we are investing with our fund, and guess what? People are going to take you more seriously. But ideal scenario is that you'll have credit of 700 plus. If you have a super bad credit, then work on that, right? People that had bankruptcy, that might be an issue, but you want to do whatever you can to make it better, like have better credit, and you can just work on that as well at the same time as you go out there and look for deals. The next one is deal size. So what I've seen with SBA lenders, they usually want to see companies or deals above 1 million, because below that, I mean, they're more messy, they're more dangerous, they're more risky. Now, when it comes to what the buyer needs to bring, like I've seen everything. I've heard also everything. But right now, what I've seen kind of like in latest deals is that they want to see the buyer brings at least 5%, and that can be gifted or a board. And if you're getting us to invest in you, then we're taking, let's say, less than 20% for us not to sign a personal guarantee. You sign a guarantee, and then we bring the capital, and that's it. Then that's okay. If we combine that alongside a seller financing part of it, then you can have basically all the equity that you need alongside you taking the loan. Plus, the SBA will also bring in working capital to operate the business and make sure that you're not buying a business and end up with nothing. So those are some of the latest lessons of what I've seen with an SBA loan. That's kind of like one of the fastest way you can go from zero to buying a multi-million-dollar business and basically becoming a millionaire in the next few months if you know how to structure it, find the right deals, and bring in the right investors or funds to invest alongside you and support you in the operations, so you can be positioned as a credible buyer. So hopefully that was helpful. Let me know in the comments if you like that video or what else you want me to talk about, and I'll do my best to do that and talk about it in future videos. Take care and have a good one.